the United States makes up less than 5% of the world's population. We create roughly a quarter of the world's demand for oil. And this appetite comes at a tremendous price.
The country that leads the way in clean energy, solar, wind, biodiesel, geothermal, that country is going to win the race in the 21st century global economy.
The Gulfsouth Youth Biodiesel Project really started in May of 2008 over a plate of fried shrimp at Dini Seafood. And it was with a gentleman named Ephraim Taylor.
He raised the question, what was happening with the used cooking oil? And it caught Hamilton and I off guard, and we said, well, we don't know. And he said we should be making biodiesel fuel with that used cooking oil.
So the Gulfsouth Youth Biodiesel Project is a youth-led social enterprise that trains youth to be leaders in the community, particularly around environmental issues, as well as get training for green-collar jobs through a business that collects used cooking oil and turns it into biodiesel fuel. Dr. Keyshawn Webster, the CEO and founder of Operation Reach, received an award in June from the Southern Growth Policies Board, which is a regional initiative of the 13 governors of the southern states.
We were excited that, as an idea that other people around the country saw merit and value in this as an idea and recognize the innovation in this work moving forward.
The LTC is always interested in getting involved in the communities in which we serve. Operation Reach has the resources in the communities to reach the people that need the training. An advantage that the students in the biodiesel program have in this partnership with us and Operation Reach is the fact that they're part of a national certification program, which is the NCCR. So with this certification, it puts them one leg up in the ability to get a quality job.
The disconnected youth population of those who have fallen out of school, are not connected to learning institutions, and are not really actively advancing any personal developmental goals. So looking at new ways of educating that disconnected youth population and reconnecting them to the social fabric of society in a way that aligns them with opportunities to participate and have gainful employment in a different way is where we're taking the program.
We face an energy crisis in the future. We have available energy supplies now, but we know over the next 50 to 100 years we're going to have to develop alternative sources of energy, and now's the time to start. Well, I feel that biodiesel is kind of the first step, the easiest replacement alternative fuel that there is available. In terms of energy content, it's 98% BTU of a traditional gallon of diesel fuel, so it's a drop-in replacement that's available now. The first step, I think, in this development of alternative energies is to empower individuals by giving them the tools and the knowledge to create their own energy, utilizing available resources. And I think that's where the biodiesel industry and Operation Reach sort of combine forces, if you will.
We're using used vegetable oil and castor wax to make a candle. Instead of getting something that's non-renewable, we're using used vegetable oil, which is renewable, so we're just trying to keep the earth green. If I could do something in the biodiesel field, then I would love to do that, because I know that it's something new and that the majority of people are just learning about. And I would like to be a part of that movement.
If we keep going at the rate that we're going, we'll be missing California, Texas, Florida, everything. I want to do something to where my children and my children's children will be able to be in the city of New Orleans. What keeps me coming just about every day is my child. In order for him to have a future, I need to start thinking about mine right now, because I really want him to have a good education and I want him to have the opportunity that I have.
Well, my company, DSCD, we're heavy construction contractors. After Katrina, we've been doing a lot of the work. We're actually still doing Katrina-related projects. When we first contacted Operation Reach, at the time we were rebuilding from Katrina, and there was a real shortage in diesel, and the diesel price was probably $4 to $5 a gallon. Obviously, you start looking at alternatives. The benefits for the environment are pretty overwhelming, so it's a no-brainer. You should do it just to leave the world a better place for yourself and for your kids and for your neighbors.
My name is Phoebe Cook. I am the General Manager for Tulane Dining Services. I think it's a great opportunity, not only for Tulane, but for the city. It helps with recovery efforts. And New Orleans is a city of cuisine. We have a lot of fried foods. Being able to turn that into something positive, like biodiesel fuel, would be excellent.
Biodiesel is good for the environment because it significantly reduces the emissions coming off of diesel engines. The more that we can diversify our economy, the better. And alternative fuels and green technologies in general is a great area to start growing into. I initially heard about the Youth Biodiesel Project when Hamilton Simon Jones called me up to ask me about biodiesel and find out more information about the fuel and how they could go about progressing with this project. I think it's a great initiative. Anytime that a community can get its youth involved in something, I think it really benefits the community as a whole. I think the potential of a community is inherent in its residents. And if the residents aren't reaching their full potential, then the community's not reaching its full potential.
It's just a great opportunity for this great constellation of partners to come together around this common project that, you know, positively impacts youth, positively impacts the environment, and really can, you know, make a major difference in New Orleans.
And because people had not seen the combination of young people being, you know, involved in the petroleum or petro fuel kind of business and could not imagine dealing with all these chemicals and the machinery involved in it, to me that was a window of opportunity for innovation.
Ending our dependence on oil, indeed ending our dependence on fossil fuels, represents perhaps the most difficult challenge we have ever faced. We have, over the course of decades, slowly built an economy that runs on oil. Ending this dependence will take time. It will take an incredible effort. It will take a historic investment in innovation. But more than anything, it will take a willingness to look past our differences, to act in good faith, to refuse to continue the failures of the past, and to take on this challenge together.